Yo, 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 Surreal Talk Radio, your man, Calico the Surrealist on WPRK 91.5 FM Winter Park, kicking it after dark with our special guests. Yeah, man, I got my co-host in this thing rocking with me tonight, so I'm going to introduce y'all to them, then we're going to get it cracking. We got DJ Exclusive in the building.
Yes, sir.
DJ Exclusive in this thing. How you feeling, cuz?
I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling all right today.
All right.
Still chilling like a villain.
Still chilling like a villain. All right, cool. We got DJ Rogue in this thing with a rare appearance. What's going on, big dog?
I'm chilling, fam. I'm chilling. Just doing good.
Chilling, man. He got the sexy voice on, man. Got to start calling you Sexy Red.
Oh, no. Oh.
Yeah, he got the red beard and all that.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we gonna rock out tonight, man. We got a hot show lined up tonight, man. We gonna set things off with my surreal topic of the day. We got music from around the way. We got our throwback track and my favorite part of the show, the pump it or dump it. Y'all get to call in and let us know how you feel about the music we playing and all of that right there. Think about that. Yes, sir. All right, man. But now, man, without any further ado, man, my special guest chilling with us tonight. This brother right here, man, he done been on the Billboard charts. He's a RIAA certified hit maker. He got the platinum records. He's a rapper. He's an actor. Best known as a member of the legendary Ruff Ryders. Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
We got my man Drag on the line. What's going on, bro?
I'm good, big bro. Word up. How you?
Hey, man, I'm doing real good, man. Especially hear your voice, man. Appreciate you doing our show.
Yes. I appreciate y'all having me on here, man. Word up, for real.
That's love, man. That's love. All right, brother, man. This is what we gonna do, man. We gonna and before I get started, man, shout out to Big Red, man. Big Red lining this thing up, doing big things in the city. We gotta talk about that. Yo, man, did y'all hear, man? Before we get started, last week it was who was it? Last week it was
my man.
Well, we had Rich Homie Quan,
Right.
but it wasn't. But we had Fat Man Scoop. That's who it was. And then today I found out, man, we got Frankie Beverly, man. My goodness, we losing some legends, man.
It's crazy.
And James Earl Jones.
James Earl Jones, man. Yeah, man. Shout out to them brothers, man. You know, rest in peace. Rest in peace. All right.
Damn.
Yeah.
I didn't even know James Earl Jones died. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. James Earl Jones too. But yeah, man. You know, they gave us a great body of work, man. There was some great people on earth for us. So you know, respect.
Yes.
And we gonna get this show. We got a nice show for y'all lined up tonight, man. We gonna set it off with my surreal topic of the day. I got a good one for you, Drag, man. Check this out, man. So my surreal topic tonight is New York and South collaborations. Yeah.
Yes.
I want to talk about New York and South collaborations. I want to take y'all back to a time when LL Cool J had Master P on 4321. Jay-Z jumped on the High remix. Scarface and Nas with the Favor for a Favor. I love that record right there. Jay-Z, you know, on the with UGK with the Big Pimpin', of course, Dragon and Juvenile down bottom. So what I'm saying is, it seemed like in the late 90s, this was a thing. And from a personal experience, I remember being up in New York and I just heard some cats who was joking, no limit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was like, hootie hoo, like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? But then it seemed to be like this change of heart with these New York rappers. And I wanna ask Drag, because we had Big Gip on the show and he touched on this, man. And I wanna see what you think, Drag, about what we talking about. Like, what you think about this change of heart New York rappers had in the late 90s, collaborating with South artists?
Like, to be honest with you, like, if I'm gonna say, like, I feel as though, I mean, you know, like, the New York music or the East Coast music and the South music and the West music was supposed to always be together.
For sure, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's how I feel. I feel like it was always supposed to be together. So, like, that's why, like, when I came into the game and stuff like that, like, I mean, you know, when my record label was asking me, I mean, you know, like a lot of different features that I want on certain songs of mine and stuff like that. Like, I always thought, I mean, you know, since I'm already signed to an East Coast record label and I got the access to the Locks, I got the access to Eve, I got the access to X, I got the access to some of the best rappers on the whole East Coast. So that's why I reached out. If you notice, I reached out to the South. I reached out to the Midwest, and I got it popping like that. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's how I feel as though music is always supposed to be.
Yeah.
Because we the ones that really dictate this music business. You feel what I'm saying? It's sad that we don't own it, but we the ones that run it.
Right.
Like, you feel what I'm trying to say? So that's the thing. So like me, like my mentality was that, I mean, you know, the East Coast and the South was never supposed to have no bridge of gap or nothing like that. You know what I mean? You know, the music was supposed to always be together. So that's why when it finally did link up, you feel what I'm trying to say? When you had people like me that actually broke barriers, like, no, listen. It is cool to do music with people from out of town. You feel what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And you see the blessings that it did for the rap game. You feel what I'm trying to say? Like some of the biggest records ever is when I mean, you know, 2 or 3 different coasts actually collaborate. You know what I'm saying? Because it's our music. So I mean, my mentality was that the East Coast was supposed to always do music with the South. And the South was supposed to always do music with the West. The West always supposed to do music with the East. And that's how it was always supposed to be from the gate.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
man.
saying? So when I dropped the Do Y'all Bust Your Guns, that showed the world that I'm right. You feel what I say? Like I went and got Juvie. I could have easily went and got Jigga. I could have got Beanie. I could have got all type of dudes. But I went and got Juvie because I know his fan base and where he's from, and I'm trying to promote my stuff over there too.
Right.
Word, you feel what I'm saying? Because those are my peoples in New Orleans too. Those are my people in Florida too.
Yes, sir.
And Georgia too. You feel what I'm saying? Like my mom's and my whole side of my mother's side is from Miami, Florida. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you know, like my mentality was just different.
Yeah,
You know what
man.
I mean, you know.
Yeah, you said some things, man. You said some things I wanted to comment because you said the Midwest, and I was wondering, man. The first thing go to my mind was Twister, man. Is that who you was talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Because Twister is a legendary. Like he was already a legend to me when I did that song.
Yeah.
Like I was so happy that he actually said yes, that he wanted to get on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean, you know, like when I did that song right there, it showed the world that East Coast artist can do well on the Midwest too.
Yeah.
A Midwest artist can do well on the East Coast. Before I'm trying to say Juvie, I mean, you know, like we love Cash Money. Like we love Juvenile as far as in New York, and I'm speaking on behalf of New York. You trying to say like we love Juvie, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean, we gotta stop saying it and actually put action behind it. You know,
Yeah.
if I'm not saying like when you get a budget, okay, I bet you love the South. I bet when you got a budget now, prove that you love the South. Prove that you love the West Coast.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you find what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
man.
it's like, I mean, it's about showing and proving.
Right. Yeah, man. I love that record with Twister, man. I was all over that one. So yeah, man, and definitely, man, like you said, it should always been, north, south, east, and west. But like I say,
Yeah.
man, it was a time, man, when I, like I said, I was up in New York, man. I remember it. Cats was like, just joking the South and stuff like that. And I'm like I said, we had my man Gip on, and he touched on it as well. Like he always felt like New York, felt some type of way about, other coasts doing music and stuff like that or whatever. And when Andre 3000, got up there and said the South got something to say, man, that was the thing. So yeah, man. But I'm all over it, man. What you saying? I love it, man, and I'm glad. I'm proud of you and the other rappers I had named earlier for reaching out and doing these collaborations and making this a thing where give the South a chance, man, and West Coast a chance. Everybody get a turn, man, and it's a beautiful thing for hip hop. Yeah, man. So you reaching out and doing a track with like an artist like Juvenile. What did it like? What kind of doors did that open up for you?
It just made it to where I was able to promote my music. I mean, in a totally different region from where I'm from.
Mhm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So, it expanded, I mean, me as an artist, you know what I'm saying? It made it to where, I mean, I can show all my peoples from the Bronx, where I'm born and raised from, that my music is not just Bronx music. My music is just good music. You feel what I'm trying to say? And I had to show that by putting my music in other regions.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like I had to put it where I'm not from, where they might not know a drag on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where they can actually get a chance to get to know a drag on. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it was about for me.
Did it impress you that an artist from the South could jump on like a Swiss Beats track and do, just and hold it down just as well as like artists like yourself?
Nah, like it really didn't impress me. Like you feel what I'm saying? Because I always looked at South artists as just as dope as East Coast artists, as just as dope as West Coast artists.
Hey, Drag, give me
Word,
one.
you
Hey,
feel what I'm
Drag, give me
saying?
1 second. I'm gonna take this call. It might be an artist giving a shout out. Let's see.
Okay.
Yo, so Real Talk Radio, you live? Oh no, I was just a bum. My bad, Drag. You were saying my bad, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah. But
You said it didn't really impress you, cause why again?
yeah, no, it didn't really impress me because I never really looked at the West or the South or other regions as lower than us, or maybe they can't do what we can do. No, I always like, you gotta understand, you know what I mean? Like I'm a big slip and slide fan. Like I used to bump Trick Daddy. Like I probably played Trick Daddy music more than Trick Daddy. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I got proof. When I say, like, a lot of my homies that I grew up with will tell you that, like,
Yeah.
nah, I ain't gonna front. Drag could not stop playing. Okay, shut up.
Okay, all right.
I couldn't stop playing. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what's
So
up.
it's like it didn't really. It didn't really impress me as far as him and them kill tracks like how we kill tracks. You know what I'm saying? Because I always was a fan of them. Like I always knew they can do that. Like
Yeah.
I always, like, if I'm not saying, like a lot of, like I was a fan of like Pastor Troy and Andre 3000 and all these artists that was out before that was really spitting.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
was
I'm saying?
because I was
So-
gonna ask you like what kind of South rappers did you come up listening to? You said Trick, but like I was gonna ask you what kind of artists did you would you feel? Oh, let me ask you this. Here's a good question. Who you feel like is the king of the South?
Who I feel as though the king of the South? The king of the South, that's a strong statement because there's so many big artists out there.
Yeah,
But like,
yeah. This is
like
Real Talk
right
Radio,
now,
man. We
like,
gonna,
like if I have to go by influence
okay.
as well, like far as the most, like the king of the South and the most influential artist from the South, I would have to give it to Wayne.
Woo. You know what? I thought you was gonna say Scarface, but I like that one though. Okay.
Yeah, because Wayne, far as the influence,
Yeah.
I don't think nobody made that type of an influence impact. Like I'm talking about to the point where like you actually have other rappers actually like putting tattoos on their face
Yeah.
and actually going in the bathroom and blonding their hair blonde to actually look like him and sound like.
Now you own it, man. You gonna mess around and have me. You gonna mess around and have me to do some Kendrick Lamar conversation in a minute. But what I want to put this on the back burner, man, and so we can find out what you got going on. But I want to open up the hotlines, man. I want to do my next segment where I open up the hotlines and let anybody call in and talk about our topic. We talking about New York and South collaborations. We got Drag on the line. Anybody want to call in and give a shout out to Drag? Remember, we on the radio, no profanity. Please keep the calls brief. And my favorite part of the show, this Pump It or Dump It. I'm about to play a local artist down here, man, and I want to get your professional opinion since you got the platinum records and all of that. I want to get your professional opinion on this artist I'm about to play, man, and see if we need to pump it on the radio or we need to send him back to the drawing board. You cool with that?
Yep. Let's do it.
Yeah, man. I also got, man, anybody want to call in? I also got 2 tickets to the JT Money documentary that's going down tomorrow night. Anybody want to, come check out the JT Money documentary? It's a premiere in Orlando. Hit us up, man. The phone number is 407-646-2915. Again, it's 407-646-2915. All right, so the name of the artist I'm about to play, his name is MC Illy, right? MC Illy. And the name of his joint is called In Your Face, right here on Surreal Talk Radio. We're going to see if we going to pump this thing when we come back. Check it out.
Yeah. Born since the year I was born in. Muscle car American, sports car foreign. Ever since the jump, they been sleeping on me snoring. I've been a lot of things, but I ain't never been boring. All I ever been is in your face. Money bags is all I ever chase, and face hitting hard so hard it kick your face. And bitch, I'm coming hard so hard you better brace. Living in a dream, Philip Jeffries, running all the way to my left. See plugs that be running different bud, trying to text me. Was cracking like a cold, refreshing can of Pepsi. Alvin in the Chipmunks, I'm a flight risk. I'm just trying to get 100 bands on my right wrist. Motherfuckers talking shit, they need to stay tight lips. And I drop an album, I hope that you like it. Ballin' since the year I was born in. Muscle car American, sports car foreign. Ever since the jump, they been sleeping on me snoring. I've been a lot of things, but I ain't never been boring. All I ever been is in your face. Money bags is all I ever chase, and face hitting hard so hard it kick your face. And bitch, I'm coming hard so hard you better brace.
Okay, yo, Surreal Talk Radio, we back. Your man, Calico the Surrealist. Got my cousin, DJ Exclusive in this thing, and my big dog, Snack Pack. You know what I'm saying? Big Sexy Red over here, DJ Rogue in the building. All right, man, we got, of course, we got our special guest, Drag on the line, and I want to go around the board. I'm going to start with Drag and see what he think, and we're going to see if we're going to pump this thing or dump it. Hey, Drag, the song I just played, bro, what you think about that? Yo, Drag, you there?
Yeah. I think the artist should definitely study his craft more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna say dump it.
All right.
Well, I'm gonna just say he definitely just study his craft a little bit more and pay attention just a little bit more to what's really going on. And not make just far as with the production and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And try to make himself unique and try to be different. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Ruff Ryders. All right, we got the double R. Got to get my raspy voice on for that. All right, so DJ Rogue, man, what you think about the track we just played, man?
I'll be honest, it sounds like something I've heard before. It reminds me of Best Believe. I don't know why.
Best Believe, okay.
Just a little bit, but I agree. You know what I'm saying? Just a little more time and patience with it, and just keep working on it. But it's a good song to play. Just chilling.
Okay. All right, DJ Exclusive, man. What you think? You got the smile on tonight. What's up?
Yeah, because I started thinking of that song from back in the day. It was a music video. It was a cowboy that had a video.
Cowboy.
And the hook was like, It reminded me of that song.
The Rapping Duke?
Yes, the Rapping Duke.
Okay, all right.
The tone of it reminded me of that.
So we pumping this thing, we dumping it. What are we doing?
We're not pumping it yet.
We're not pumping this one. It ain't ready to bake yet. All right, cool, man. We're gonna send you back to the drawing board, MC Illy. I think even his name is a little dated. You know what I'm saying? MC. Nobody call himself MC no more. I mean, I've heard that. Not that you can't, but All right, but anyways, man. 407-646-2915. 407-646-2915. In the meantime, we're gonna get real live with my man Drag On, find out what he got going on and things like that. But we're gonna start this thing. We're gonna do this thing in chronological order. So Drag, man, I love to start with the names, man. So give us the story, man. How did the name Drag On come to be?
Well, my name was Dragon when I first got signed to Ruff Ryders and stuff like that. DMX was the one that changed it. You know what I'm saying? You know, like a lot of people have a problem with that. Like Dragon, like I can't really see a rapper named Dragon.
Okay. Hey, we gonna let's get right back to it. Let me take this call. Yo, Surreal Talk Radio, you live.
Hello. Hi.
What's up?
Hey, it's actually MC Illy calling in. I was listening in.
That's what's up.
Y'all's opinions, and I appreciate everything that was said. You know, like it means a lot that y'all even gave me the chance. You know, I was just curious, like, you know, what in particular y'all think I need to work on. You know, and I wanted to explain the name too, because it's not just like a throwback. Like that's my initial.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. All right, man. Yeah, everybody was basically saying, you know what I mean, like you just need to pay attention to what's going on. Not that you need to copy nobody's style or nothing like that, but you know, they were just saying it's kind of hard. Basically, what they were saying is kind of hard to blend that in. Like if I'm playing some other tracks that's out popping right now, and I threw that in, it won't blend well. So like, listen to some other music and picture yourself as a DJ putting your song in after that, and you know what I'm saying, like see.
So you can fit in the pocket.
Yeah, see how it feel, man. Like you know what I'm saying? See if the crowd feeling it like that.
Right. I mean, I do want to say, you know, not to toot my own horn, whatever I play it live,
yeah,
like whenever I perform it tends to go pretty crazy. But I will keep that in mind, you know.
Yeah.
I definitely feel like you're right. Like if that was to spin in like the club or something, that would hit, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that's all we saying. But we appreciate you calling, man, and we appreciate you submitting the music in. We definitely appreciate getting it on the air for you, man.
Most definitely.
Yeah, of course. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate everything that y'all said. I appreciate the opportunity, you know.
All right.
I'm gonna keep getting at it, getting better at my craft, you know.
All right.
Thank you guys again. Thank you so much.
All right, brother.
And keep submitting music. We love it.
Yeah. All right, Drag On, man. So you say DMX switched up the name for you, man, and gave it and gave it to us Drag On, right?
Yes. He's the one that changed it and said that I'm running with him now, so therefore I'm on now. So he said, "All right, you know, we're gonna change it to so we're gonna change it to Drag On." So at first I thought he was saying Drag On, you know what I'm saying? But he's like, no, like drag is on now.
Yeah.
I'm trying to say, so it's drag, and then you put the dash and then the O-N.
Hey, man.
I'm trying to say, because you're on now. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that means.
Hey, man, thank you so much for sharing that, man. Anytime we could get a DMX story, man, you know, we all over that. So, yeah, man, thank you so much for sharing that. Now, you from the Bronx, New York, right?
Yes.
So let me ask you, man, you one of them South Bronx, like BDP, or what was you listening to coming up?
And I'm one of them South Bronx, BDP.
Hey.
Yep, that was like my first rap song that I heard.
Yeah.
Which was called like the Boogie Down production that actually what made me love hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, KRS-One is actually what made me love music.
All right, man, I'm nailing it. All right, I'm nailing it. All right, cool, I love it. All right, man. So then you became a hip hop artist, and you actually had to battle DMX, right? To get on, like Drag On, like he said, you on now, so you had to battle him. Man, what was it like battling DMX? Like, did you get any blows in, man, or did he tear you up? Like, how did that happen?
I got a few blows in, but I lost every round, though. Word, you know what I'm saying? But I got a few blows in, you know what I mean? It just wasn't hurting them, you know what I'm saying? But I got some few blows in, you know what I mean? You know, where I feel like I hit him pretty good, but it just didn't phase him, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna front like me, like I learned a lot from DMX and the lots, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you know, when I battled, like when I battled X, and I was still learning, you know, even though, and I was writing already for like 9-10 years already, so I was kind of nice.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? But I got better like once I got with him.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Well, in any event, man, you got on, so you did something right.
yeah,
X ended up putting you on the For My Dogs joint with on the first album there.
yep.
Man, what was that like?
That was my first introduction in the rap game. That was my first song right there that I did far as professional, which is called "This Is For My Dog."
That's the
You know
first.
what I'm
That's
saying?
the first song you recorded as a professional.
Yep, that's the very first song. Well, I had a bunch of songs. You know what I'm saying? Because I was already with Ruff Ryders and stuff like that too. So I had a bunch of solo songs. But far as my first song that ever actually come out,
Yeah.
I mean, like to the public was "This Is For My Dog."
Okay. Okay. Cool, man.
Yep.
Yeah, man. And then you was basically like a hype man for DMX. After that, man, let
Yeah.
me let me ask you this, man. With all the energy and stuff like that DMX got, like, first of all, do he need a hype? How do you hype
Right.
up DMX? Like, what did you have to do to get ready to get on stage with X?
I never hyped DMX up. Well, you feel what I'm saying? I was just another hype dude running with him. Well, you feel what I'm saying? I never had to hype him up. Like X never needed a hype man. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
He just wanted the world to see me with him. You
Okay.
feel what I'm saying? Because he knew he was special. But he never needed a hype man. Like X don't need no hype man ever. You feel what I'm saying? He just wanted me to hold him down. Like he'd tell me, "Yo, Drag, listen, and I got a show and all that, and I'm gonna need you to come hold me down."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was more of just holding him down, like, yeah. And I mean, he got one of his little dogs with him. You know what I'm saying? It was really like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
And he like, like this particular little dog right here, and I want him to bite like how I bite later on. So, and I'm gonna need the world to get to know him.
So what was it about you, man? Like, what was it about you that he embraced you like this? Like, what was it about y'all relationship that kind of started out like that?
I think it was more of the lines of my loyaltiness. Like, you from I say of me, of my loyalty. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, X really judge people based off loyalty. You know what I'm saying? And he really based his life around a dog. So he really goes by unconditional love, like what a dog has. You know what I say? You know what I mean? Like you could pretty much do whatever to a dog, even though he has respect. But a dog has unconditional love for his master, for his, for his friend, for his homie. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think he really showed me love and loyalty because I gave him that. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't really about artists because, X could have worked with anybody. You know what I'm saying? He chose me because of my loyalty that I had and had for him.
For sure. All right, man. Yeah, then you got on with the Ruff Ryders. You signed with them, man. There was so much talent on the Ruff Ryders at that time, and DMX, the Locks, Eve. Let me stop at Eve for a second, man. I want to ask you something. Have you heard from her? I haven't heard from her in a minute. Like, y'all cool still? Like, what's up with her?
Yeah. Like, me and Eve was cool. You know what I mean? Me and Eve, everybody's still cool.
Okay.
You know?
All right. Yeah, I haven't heard from Eve in a minute. Yeah, man, you get to work, you know what I'm saying? You got to work with the Locks, man. Like, you still keep in touch with these? Like where we at in present day with the Ruff Ryders?
Everybody is still family. Right? I mean, everybody got their own thing going on, but everybody's still family. You know what I'm saying? So, it wasn't like how like a lot of other artists and how they go their separate way and stuff like that. Like, everybody's still family. Like, everybody's still kicking. I was actually just with Styles P the other day. You know what I'm saying? So, it's it's always love, like, you know what I mean? Well, like we I mean, like as far as the Ruff Ryders and stuff like that, like we come from nothing, you know what I'm saying? So you know, it's different, you know what I mean? We didn't have like a silver spoon in our mouth, so we really appreciate everything that came on our plate, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's never gonna be for nothing like that. I mean, it's always love, always on the game.
All right. Let's talk about Swiss Beats for a minute. Cause y'all, and I say Swiss Beats, but y'all had a whole team of producers. You know what I'm saying? There was a whole bunch of good producers in the Ruff Ryders camp. But I want to talk about Swiss for a minute. When he was making all these beats and stuff like that with you, for you, was you ever in the studio with him? Like, did you get to witness this stuff, or was it he just made the tracks, you just pick what you like and come in and do your thing on them? Like, how did that work?
Yeah, like when it comes down with beats and stuff like that, like I choose beats from anybody. Well, from I say, like, I mean, anybody that give me a dope beat, I'm gonna kill it. You know what I mean? You know, it don't really matter who it is. You know what I mean? You know, when it comes down to beats and stuff like that, I always dealt with a lot of up and coming producers, and big producers and small producers. Like I deal with all type of producers. So you know, like me, all I wanted was a dope track. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. So you ain't
didn't really matter who it came from.
For sure. So you ain't like actually go in the studio with him to like sit down and be like, yo, I want it to sound like this, or you ain't like put no kind of input in, or you just went in there and picked out the hot stuff.
Yeah, like when producers send me beats, they send me beats and they know that I just do my thing on it. You know what I'm saying? You know, like I write most of my music in the crib by myself. So, I mean, like when a lot of producers submit beats and stuff like that to me, I get them. And if I can rock with them, then I take them back to the crib and get busy on them. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's what I do. I mean, you know, like sometimes I write in the studio too, but I mean, you know, like my comfort zone is in the crib.
Yeah. You know, back to some of these artists that was signed to Ruff Ryders. One that was kind of interesting to me was Fiend. I mean, you know, the list goes on and on with all of the tight artists that you guys had, but Fiend kind of stuck out for me because, for one, like he was with if I'm correct, he was with Master P and them first, right? He was with No Limit before Ruff Ryders, right?
Yeah.
Right. And man, how did that work?
I don't know. You know, I mean, you know, that was the Ruff Ryders situation. You find out, but me and Fiend was always cool.
Okay.
You know, like I always rock with Fiend. You know what I mean?
I can't remember. Do y'all have tracks together?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like me and Fiend got a track, just me and him, on one of the compilations.
The Ruff Ryder. Okay. I missed that one. All right. Let me go back, do my research, my due diligence.
Yeah. It's a track. I think it go, we don't give a about none of y'all. I'm talking about all y'all. Don't make me get this, get the running y'all. Yeah, I mean, that was Fiend right there on the hook.
I was just gonna say that sound like you doing Steve. Okay, you doing okay. Yeah, he got that raspy deep voice too, man. Like I bet that one. Yeah, man. So let's talk about, I don't know how we didn't get to talk about this during the surreal topic, but the Down Bottom track. You remixed this with Juvenile. And man, is this the biggest song you got, man? Like that one was definitely huge.
Yeah, like I would have to say the Down Bottom is one of my biggest records.
Yeah, man, that one, and it was like crazy. The instrumental and everything was just wild. So yeah, you told us, you know, about hooking up with Juvenile and everything, and but what was that recording session like? Were you there? Like, was y'all actually together doing the recording, or like you kind of send it off?
Nah, I didn't meet Juvenile until the Ruff Ryder Cash Money tour.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Wow. So when he sent the track back, you was just like, like, wow, you know, okay.
Yeah.
So I got a real quick question. I'm sorry. What was that tour like?
Yeah, I mean, it was dope. It was a long time ago, so I don't really remember everything, but I mean, it was dope. It was an experience, and it was big. You know what I'm saying? Word up.
Was that the first tour for you, or you was?
Nah, I was on the Survivor of the Illest tour. I also did the Hard Knock Life tour.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what's up, man. So, yeah, man, I mentioned in the intro, you did some acting too. Some of the movies, Exit Wounds, and 2001, Cradle to the Grave, and 2003, both with DMX. I want to play a little game with you, man. I want to play a game with you right quick, and this is basically the first thing that comes to mind. All right, so ain't no right or wrong, but I want you to tell me the first thing that comes to mind when I say Steven Seagal.
First thing come to mind is a cool dude.
Cool dude. Eva Mendes. Ooh.
Eva Mendes. Who that? What's that?
She was the Spanish lady in what was it? Was that Exit Wounds? Oh man, she was on with Will Smith in the what's the movie with Will Smith?
Yeah, that's a name.
Hitch. It was a Hitch? Yeah. You see that one right there? Will Smith, Hitch.
Yeah. I think she was Mike Evans' wife for All About the Lady, right?
Yes.
You talking about her?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You say yeah. First thing come to mind is yeah. Yeah, man, you did movies.
She's dope.
I was just gonna say, man, you did movies with these people, and yeah. Okay, man, here's a good one for you, man. Jet Li.
Jet Li, the first thing come to my mind is how he couldn't speak English that well.
Yeah, that's real. Okay.
Yeah.
My last one, Gabrielle Union.
My sister.
Man, I bet.
Yeah, I ain't gonna find like Gabrielle Union is very down to earth. Like she's like a real sister to me. Like I ain't gonna front. She like for her to be at that status when I was working with her, she was definitely not Hollywood. She was super down to earth, like a regular black queen. You know what I'm saying? For real.
For sure.
So I got nothing but respect for her. You know what I'm saying? Word up. She showed me nothing but love. Like word up. You know what I'm saying? And she was just a cool person. You know what I'm saying? So I got wild love and respect for Gabrielle.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Gabrielle Union, man. You work with some beautiful women, man. Women. All right. Man, this is, I ain't trying to come sideways or nothing. Like, this is a real legit question, man. So you got this, it seemed like a stuttering, like a speech disorder. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to, touch on it a little bit because, people hear it or whatever. Is this something that like, is this something like, where does this come from?
Well, this comes from both sides of my family. My father had a stuttering problem.
Okay.
Right. And then my grandfather on my mother's side had a real bad stuttering problem. So unfortunately, it trickled down to me. So I got it bad. You know what I mean? So a lot of people didn't know that I had it, even though I said it when I first came out, but a lot of people just thought that it was just a bar.
Yeah, I remember you saying it in the record. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But I said I speak with a stutter, but I rhyme well, so like a dead snitch, it's hard to tell. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But hey, if you talk to me, then you'll know, okay, I bet he has a real bad speech impediment.
Yeah, does it affect you when you doing movies or when you trying to get in the studio and lay some raps down or anything? Did it ever bother you in your work?
Yeah, well, it affects me with far as doing movies and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like when I shot Exit Wound and Cradle to the Grave, I definitely didn't let the directors know that I had that problem.
Oh, okay.
Right? You know what I mean? So I had to really work on it because I could work on it and make sure that I won't stutter for at least a day or two while I'm around them. You know what I'm saying? But once I get back into my comfortable stage, or if I'm frustrated about something, then I stutter. Like, you know what I'm saying? But and a lot of people always wonder, how am I able to rap? Now, rap, it doesn't bother me as far as rapping because, and then you do research, you will know that when you sing in a song or a rap or any type of music, that's dealing with time. Yeah. So when you deal with time, that's using a totally different part of your brain than you just talking and having a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're just talking and having a conversation, that's not dealing with time. Okay. Before I say, like, you could drag a sentence on as long as you want. But so you concentrate song, you actually have a time. You got like, you know what I mean? You know.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask you because like you riding the beat, you know what I'm saying? Like you concentrating. I guess you're concentrating on the beat, and you know what I mean. You getting ready to spit, so you know it ain't like you're gonna fumble or anything like that because you got to catch that beat, right?
Yeah, like the rhythm. Like when you're dealing with rhythm, that's a totally different part of your brain than just talking.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm able to do it. Maybe like, yo, how is he stuttering and then do the fast flow with the with Twister and this kind of thing? But that's a totally different part of my brain that's not messed up. Okay. Like, if I'm gonna say the part that's messed up is my speaking. You know what I'm saying?
Well, hey man, I wouldn't call it messed up. I mean, shoot, you know, one of the things I studied about you, well, it seems, and I'm gonna get to this later on, is you studying as a Israelite, and and I was gonna say, I know Moses, he had a stutter, well, he had a speech impediment, and
see, but a lot of people thought that, and a lot of people think that, and I thought that too. I thought Moses had a speech impediment, you know what I'm saying? And I know what scripture you read to make you think that, but then, I mean, you know, you have to read another scripture, which I actually got it written down in my notes and stuff like that. But you'll see that he actually spoke very well. Now, let me tell you what he had the problem of the speech of what he was talking about when he said that he slowed the tongues. Okay. What he meant was because he was raised underneath the Egyptians. So he could barely speak Hebrew. Like his brother Aaron and his sister, I think his sister's name was Miriam. Miriam, yeah. Well, they all grew up with the Israelites and grew up like that. But Moses, if you remember, he had to, his mother had to make sure that he escaped as a child because they actually had put a hit out on all the Israelite kids at that time. Right. And it's almost like the same thing. What happened with Jesus when they all said, okay, listen, we know that Jesus is born and we know he's 2 years old, but we don't know exactly who he is. So they sent the hit out to go kill all the 2-year-old kids. Well, that same thing kind of happened to Moses first. So his mother and his sister had put him in a boat and floated him away. And the Egyptians was the one that found him. So, and they found him as a child and they raised him. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, like, when he had to go back and do the 7 plagues to the Pharaoh and stuff like that, the reason why he was so nervous of the Pharaoh, I mean, you know, that God used Moses to free his people with, right? The reason why he was so scared of Pharaoh is because the Pharaoh is the one that actually raised him. So he spoke Egyptian. So he was slow of the tongue of speaking Hebrew like the other Israelites. Got you. Okay, cool. Yeah, man. Right. I actually studied as an Israelite for years, man. So I kind of recognized it when I was following you on social media. I was like, oh, this brother right here, he must be, studying deep into the Bible. Yes. Yeah, man. So are you like a member of any specific camp, or you just study on your own? Like, what's up with that? No, but I study with the IUIC and I study with Sakari. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a few camps that I actually like be online and studying with and be in their classes and stuff like that. Just really learning the Bible.
Dope.
Like you know what I'm trying to say? 'Cause that's that's the page that I'm on. Like I just want to know the Bible. I don't want to know any religion. No disrespect to any religion, or I mean, or if you're down with any religion and stuff like that. But if you read into the Bible, you'll know that God is against all religion. He only wants you to be down with Him and understand His words. So you must have your faith in Christ, so that way Christ can speak to His Father and allow you in. So ain't no just going to God. You got to go through Christ. You know what I'm trying to say? So that's why when you pray, you got to pray to God and say, Father God, I come to you in Jesus' name and the Holy Spirit. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to go through Jesus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He sent Jesus down here. He sent Jesus down here to give us a grace period, so that way we can repent. Because before Jesus, we did not have a grace period. You know what I'm trying to say? Like when we broke the commandments, a lot of the commandments was punishable by death. So therefore, He did that. You know what I'm saying? But when Jesus came, he gave us grace.
So do you identify as the children of Israel? Like, do you identify as an Israelite or like?
I identify myself by genealogy proof, by archaeology proof that I am from the tribe of Israel. Yes, I am the children of Israel.
Okay. Like, do you go as far as like to go down to say exactly which brother, like which tribe?
My tribe. I'm from the tribe of Judah.
Judah. Okay. Gotcha.
And that's from and that's according to the Bible and according to the descendants. You find I say of the transatlantic slave trade and according to the Bible.
Yeah, man, I'm familiar. Deuteronomy 28. I'm definitely familiar.
Yep.
Yeah, so I want to ask you, man, because when it comes to Hebrew Israelites in a mainstream setting, I know a couple years back, Kyrie Irving, he had got some backlash. I don't know if you remember that or not. Yeah, man. Do you ever worry about anything like that on your career?
Well, I'm kind of self-made. I'm fully independent. I have my own record label called Hood Environment. So far as me being shut down because of what I believe in or my faith or this, that, and the third, I don't really worry about that. See, like one thing about Israelites and stuff like that, our faith is in Christ. Like we don't fear nothing that's on this earth. You know what I'm saying? Our fear is Christ. Our fear is God.
Right.
He's the only one that can stop us. You know what I'm trying to say? He's the only one that can. He actually hearkens the mind of people to do good or bad. Like you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people think a lot of evil stuff comes from the devil. You know what I'm saying? When I could show you scriptures where it's some evil that comes from God. You know what I'm saying? He's the God of all gods. That's what people got to understand.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't worry about that. My fear is God. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, like you want to know what scares me the most out of everything in the world? I'm talking about what petrifies me. Like I'm terrified. Like a 2-year-old boy. Like
it sounds like a burr.
Yeah.
All right, what you got?
What terrifies me is me actually feeling as though God doesn't deal with me anymore.
Ooh.
That's the most. Like I've cried and everything thinking that, like really believing that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what made me turn to the Bible.
Right.
You know what I'm trying to say, and really understand it and really read it. You know what I'm saying? And read it how God told me to read it. You know what I'm saying? Like precept upon precept, line upon line. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So
yeah, man. I appreciate you sharing that with us, man. That's what's up, man. All All right, so man, what you got going on now though? Like you said, you got a record company. I know that you still rhyming, you still doing your thing, because like Nas and Killer Mike, they just got Grammys. A year or two ago, something like that, last year.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
some of those artists from our generation still got it, man. You still doing your thing on the mic, or where we at?
yeah. Like I just dropped. Let me get like, and I be dropping singles and stuff like that. Like I just dropped this this hip hop and R&B EP like at the beginning of this year, and then after that, I definitely went into my live freestyles that I do. So
Mm-hmm.
I had dropped Part 47, and then I also just dropped two singles called That War Money, and the second one is called In Real Time, and that's out. Like I just dropped that like a few weeks ago and stuff like that. And then after that, I just dropped Part 48 too, like maybe like a week and a half ago or something like that, that everybody's loving. In fun, I'll say, because I give people live freestyles too, live for free too. I don't charge for that. I do that just for the culture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, I forgot, man. I definitely forgot about that joint you did with the Black Rob sample. We definitely got a road, man. We got to get that on top of the hour.
I got you.
That
Yeah,
joint with the Black Rob sample, that was dope, man. I really like how you brought that back.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we got that single out, and then after that, I had dropped another single called In Real Time. And a lot of people is really liking that joint because it's with my fast flow. I use my flow that I use on Down Bottom and joint with me and Twister. So, people love when I tap into that flow right there. So that's why people like it in real time
Mm-hmm.
too. And that's out on every streaming platform: Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, TikTok, Google Play, everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I got a bunch of new singles coming out. I got some more freestyles coming out. You know what I'm saying? Word up. I'm working on 2 albums right now, but I don't got a date and stuff like that. But I'm working on one album called Terry Son, and then I'm also working on the opposite of H2O Part 2. So you know what I mean? Yeah. Like,
So you gonna reach out to some of these you gonna reach out to some of the artists from our generation, like I said, with Nas and Killer Mike still doing their thing. I know we just had JT Money on, and he just did a joint with 8 Ball and MJG. So you gonna surprise us with something like that?
yeah, like I mean, I'm gonna reach out to a few different artists and stuff like that, and those that record and they actually record is gonna be the ones on it. Where you know what I'm trying to say? And I'm gonna definitely try to reach out to a few artists from my generation, but I'm also gonna reach out to a lot of new artists from the new generation too as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, and I'm a fan of them too, and those are our children. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta definitely work with our children. More than anything. You know what I'm saying? Because
sure.
according to the Bible, the youngin will lead the older. You know what I'm saying? So we must always stay involved and in tune with what the kids is doing too as well. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna touch them in all different aspects, man. Word up.
That's what's up, man. And I gotta ask you, man, because you with the Israelite influence now, more mature music and stuff like that. Are you kind of going in that direction, or is the content like what we gonna be with the content?
Yeah, like everybody, just go to my YouTube page is Fireman Drag, all one word, and check out my last live freestyle.
Okay.
And you will see I'm definitely adding some scriptures in there. And my job as an Israelite is to try our best to awaken others. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you could definitely Google some stuff right now and see that it's already been implemented in my music a lot.
Okay.
I'm actually working on this gospel single right now. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm actually talking to where far as on the song is me talking to a pastor.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? You know.
See, you might come full circle now. You might have to get like DMX. You know, but DMX used to do them shows, man. And he'll stop and start praying. And yeah, man, you might have to pull that out.
Well, X faith in Christ was through the roof.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So I mean, you know, he believed in Christ. He believed in God. He believed in heaven. He believed in the prophets. You know what I'm trying to say? He believed in the Bible. You know what I'm say? One of his last child that he named him Exodus, which is the second book in the King James Bible.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Which is very important, which is Moses, which is what we was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, he named one of his childs after that book. So, I mean, you know, he was definitely a Christ believer. You know what I'm saying? Word up.
Yeah, man. Well, listen, drag on, man. I enjoy every minute of this, and before you got any questions, man? I got some my DJs in here. I'm gonna ask you, ask you any questions and stuff like that before we get up out of here.
I do have a quick question. Actually, I'm gonna make a statement first. So, if you have the ability to tune into us on either on the radio station or radio.net, we're gonna be rocking your music for the next hour after this. Just FYI. But I did get a question from Miss Hillary, right? Our auntie over here. And she said she wants to know more about, to explain the vision of your label or the vision for your label.
Yes. The name of Hood Environment, it doesn't mean everything is going to be hoodlum and heathens and ratchet. It just means everything we do, like what the name Hood Environment means, I got it from hood involvement. It just means that everything we do, we will keep the hood involved because that's where our people has been placed, based upon us not keeping the commandments. So hood environment is just another way of saying hood involvement, because everything we do 9 times out of 10, the hood will be involved in some type of way. Only because that's where my people is at, scattered throughout this world.
Indeed. Wow. All right, man. Well, exclusive, you got anything before we get up out of here?
A brief, funny DMX story if we got one fit for the radio.
Hey, man, you got us a DMX story, man. Funny story from DMX was fit for the radio.
All right, look, I'm gonna take this funny joint. On Cradle to the Grave, right? Right, on Cradle to the Grave. And it was a lot of scenes where X was talking to me, but where the camera is not looking at me, the camera is looking at him. And whenever that scene would be like that, where the camera is looking at him, and I know the camera is not on me, and while he looking at me, and I do the Harlem Shake, like I try my best to do the Harlem Shake, and that joint used to have him mess up his body in the phone because the Harlem Shake dance, the DMX, that joint used to have him on the floor crying, like that was comical to him.
Man.
So every time the camera would be on him and he's talking to me and I know the camera's not on me, and I would be sitting there trying my best to do the Harlem Shake, and he used to try his best to hold it, but he couldn't hold it.
Man, I got 2, man. I gotta share these 2, man, because popped this in my head. So the last time I seen DMX in concert was down here in Kissimmee. And man, he was, like I said, he'll go out and do his shows, man, and then he'll, like I said, he do the thing where he start praying and stuff like that. So he'll do all these different type of musics, right? And then it was this dude. Now, mind you, he praying and all of this stuff on stage, and it was this dude that did something that he didn't like, was like right in front of him. And DMX went from God to some hood stuff. I don't know if he threw up like some kind of gang sign or some kind of set or something. Like, I don't know what he threw up, but he threw up something and he said something real fast. And he was just like, respect me. And it was just so funny to see him go from 10 to 9. Like to see him go from like a switch, man. And it was crazy.
Yep.
That was one, and then the other one was when he was down here and he did that. We got this thing. I don't know if they still got it on iDrive, where they put you in the ground and they slingshot you way up in the air. Yeah, he came and he did that, and then across the street from it was this Buffalo Wild Wings, and they got this thing where they got the hottest like hot sauce, and if you can eat it, I think they give you like a T-shirt or something. Like my man, like if you eat this hot sauce, I'm talking about, man, you can't even like touch it. Like if you just touch your lip on it, your whole face is gonna burn. And he ate them joints, like he ate them joints like it wasn't nothing. I was like, wow, that dude right there. He a soldier for real. But yo, man, I just wanna give you some time, man, to give you shout outs, man, and let your people know you love them, all that good stuff right there, man. Any kind of events you got coming up, social media, all of that stuff. I want to give you time to go ahead and do all that right now.
Yeah. Listen, follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is drag_on1. Okay, that's drag_on and the number 1, drag_on1. Follow me on Instagram, man. I mean, I would tell you my Twitter, my Facebook, but I'm not. Follow me on Instagram and you'll find out about all that stuff. Also, subscribe to me on YouTube. My YouTube is Fireman Drag. I got nothing but new music on there. Ain't nothing old on there. Everything is all new. Like, let's go. You know what I'm saying? It's super consistent. I mean, all the way up from last week to 8-9 years ago, bro. Like, consistent every time. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? And then shout out to the Hood of Vine, the staff, and all praises due to God. And big shout out to Red Lit Productions. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Big Red. You know what I mean? He out here in Florida doing a lot of different things and stuff like that. And me and my team, we appreciate him. You know what I'm saying? So definitely shout out to Red Lip Productions and stuff like that. Name's coming.
All right, man. Thank you so much for doing our show, man. Hope y'all enjoy Drag On right here on Surreal Talk Radio. All right, brother. We holler at you next time, all right?
Yes. Love it, bro.
All right, man. Peace.
Peace.